as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That second down play nets a -4. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
I gotta switch up my receivers.
Now Jackson steps away to his left. Going left side, it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series you have to work hard to pick up first downs. You need to stall them out when you do that. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it,
tell the man put some tape on to get back in the game.
Backs in the league had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Buying time to his left. He completes it to Beckham. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
About that Russell Wilson trade.
Point of the season, Charles, 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries that could plague them down the stretch, but their intensity doesn't waver.
I thought they was going to get Aaron Rodgers for sure. Nope.
And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
They'll set up to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week.
Who was that?
No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. A give. This is Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Take it in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get up near the 45.
I was lucky he got out of there.
At the 44. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll fire one downfield for Fant, and that is incomplete.
What Justin Fields is that?
Downfield, and it leads to a 4th down.
Ooh.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They're going deep for Hill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
I should have thrown it away.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
That's all right.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on, and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
First and 10, Taylor now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
It's about time for a new one, ain't it?
The score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor.
That's all right. Slow him down.
Nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with the tackle. On second down, it's Taylor. And here's another tackle made at the line. So
he had the block. He just let go early.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. They'll drop the throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Lux with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet?
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So this game of art, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated, but 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run forward with Henry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So this CD, obviously such a big game, and we'll continue to talk about its importance as we go on. I thought it was interesting, this head coach in his weekly media availability, he was asked who he would lean on in a game like this, and he said it was all about the veterans.
And Brandon, I like his approach because he's obviously thought about this, right? Who can get me not just through this game, but through the rest of the season? And he looks to his veterans. They've been around the team. They can guide
stay right there
and let them know the importance of winning this one. But also, how do we attack what's left in the season?
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time.
Well, Martin pitched it quick enough.
But fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up
I better bring everything out playing against you.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
2nd down and goal. Jackson dancing to his left. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, 2 heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20, ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And what a return as he brings
this sound don't like him.
To the 25-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more.
Deshaun can't stand him.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Flushed out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd and 14. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now back to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the line?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Touchdown, Giants. Henry runs 77 yards. And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3
That's all I needed.
And 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He just dehydrated. He'll be back.
In desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This is Williams, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Again, it's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Uchenna Nwosu in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. On 2nd down, Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going left side, it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Handoff comes to Cook, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Great job here by this defense. They try to bring the receiver from one side of the field to the other, hoping he'll get lost in the wash. but a really nice job there to make a quick tackle and force 4th and goal.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't
get it
back
in.
Down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped this once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. Here's 2nd and 9. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Flushed out right. Running right through him. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Finding some room at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Giants on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
flush to his right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete.
Oh, good thing I got a good backup, huh?
Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Touchdown! Henry Ruggs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Buying time to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
He tied. He tied.
On 1st down, Bennett. He'll rifle this from deep right side.
Oh.
It'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively.
Yeah, they're pretty dropping like flies.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Miles Garrett gone.
From the gun, Bennett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth-quarter hole.
And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. After the pick six, they go right back to the air, escaping the pressure right.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
Not much there, only a yard.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
They'll look to throw, being chased out left. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw again.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. boot him. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. They're going to look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
We've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here, because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Going for it all. Now this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Lutz good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.